Good evening. I have a question for all in attendance tonight. When you think of somebody going through with a procedure, would you rather it go smoothly, or would you rather something to go wrong during it? I ask you this question to get your mind just thinking, what would happen if something went wrong during a procedure? Millions of abortions are happening unsafely every day. This can be caused from the woman not feeling as though they can keep it, people around them making it seem as though they cannot keep it, and they're just trying to find a way out, I guess you could say. In my speech, I want to try and show both sides of abortions without really taking a side. I will describe to you the procedures that can be done and the two different standpoints that people have on it. And lastly, I will conclude the speech with telling you on how and why the woman may want the abortion or why the abortion is done. So to start us off, we will be describing the different types of abortions. There are two different types of abortion that the women can go through. One is both of them are medically done. One is in office and the other is out of office. The one in office is a suction of all the pregnancy tissues from the uterus and has a aftermath, I guess you could say, of 1 week of recovery, there we go. While the pill that you can take, you go in the clinic, you take one pill. It stops the growth of the pregnancy. Then you go home, and 48 hours later, you take 4 more pills, and that clears the pregnancy tissues as it is done during suctioning, but is done by stripping the walls, basically. This one has a recovery period of 2 weeks. These two abortions that can be done now are greatly developed from what they were back in biblical times. Because, hard to believe, but even in biblical times, there was abortions being performed, and they were part of the unsafe abortions being done. They would meet somebody on the street, they would proceed with the abortion, and many times it ended with the fatality of both lives and not just one. Therefore, the two abortions that are done now are extremely safer and more efficient, so to say, than what they were back in the day. Now, onto the viewpoints of pro-life and pro-choice. Pro-life is believing that the woman should keep the baby no matter the circumstances, while pro-choice believes that it is a choice whether or not you should keep the baby or not. And each stance that is made on this topic, they have a validity backing them. Most people with the pro-life believe that through religious beliefs that the baby should not be terminated and that it's a blessing to have this baby. Or some people believe the baby, you getting the abortion is killing the baby. And nobody really wants to think about just killing a baby. While pro-choice is if the person is more so if the person cannot handle the baby. And that's not just, oh, I don't need a baby, let me just get rid of it. No, it's the person has truly thought about the baby and what kind of life they want for the baby, and they just knew that they couldn't do it. And that's where the line comes between the pro-life and pro-choice, is what the woman believes in. If she is very religious, then more likely she'll go to pro-life, because religiously, I mean, it's just something that it's something you believe that you need to follow through with, that this child was given to you for a reason. While on the other side of the line, on pro-choice, the woman believes that sometimes that this baby was given to them to test them in a way. And not all the time, but majority of the time, the viewpoints surrounding the woman greatly determine how she feels and what stance she takes. And therefore, many times when the abortion process is made, it's the people surrounding the woman that's pregnant making the decision, and not really her. Now on to the reasons why some women would get an abortion. One, the woman has thought about her life and what she is about to encounter. And this could be from not being financially stable, not being done with college, or having to finish college, or education-wise, could still be in high school. So it's more so she's trying to think of her future. And as of right now, her future cannot be completed with a child, because she still has school. She don't have the money right now. She may not have the housing for it, and she may not be mentally ready for it, honestly, because when you have a kid, it's about to be full force, like consume. It's gonna consume you. You have to put full force effort into it, and if not, then it's gonna show. And I hate to say that, but like, that's the problem. And another reason people believe, or people want to get an abortion, is because the baby may have been a result of a traumatic experience. And this can be from rape, an abusive relationship. It could be from anything like that. And so many people get the abortion because they don't want to handle the fact that the kid that they're about to have to see is a result of a night or a day or a situation they never wanted to happen. Lastly, to go on to the other side of the spectrum with the pro-life, many people on the pro-life standpoint, they believe that abortions should not be done because they find it as a way out. And this is seen when prostitutes get pregnant. They go and get an abortion to get rid of what happened, just so they can go back and do their job again. So many people with the pro-life believe that women are just using abortions as an out. I got pregnant because I made a mistake. Oh, let me get rid of it. So that's why it's mostly not accepted by all people, because it's simple things like that. It just depends on the mindset a person has. Therefore, when considering abortions, it is best to have the woman's interest in mind